Hi, my name's Bryce. Welcome back to VHS Play, where we are playing Dark Souls and recording it all on VHS. Last time, hey, we fought a boss, and hey, this time we're gonna go fight a boss. Let's do it. Yeah. Not a lot to say about that. So, yeah, we're heading down into just the worst place. And since we're human, I'm going to go ahead and do a summon. I never would have found a summon my first time through because that's what happened in my first time through. I didn't find things. Especially summons. There's nothing back there, right? I always want to think there's something back there, and there never is. Not anytime. Nope, nope, nope. So, cool. This boss was a lot easier to fight when, you know, you're a mage and you can stick to the edges of the arena. It's a little easier to fight if you bring Slayer along. But, hey, you know what? Let's just fight a boss. Let's just fight a boss. Start of the episode. It has been very much forever since I've watched that cutscene. It's really pretty good. Like all the splashes of lava and stuff. That's neat. It's real neat. Alright, well, while we're waiting. Slayer. Sorry, you just kind of walked into that. I need to stop coming up short on like every dang attack. That would be nice. Solaire, bud. I don't recommend doing that. You alright back there, Solaire? You doing okay? You alright, bud? Okay, he was targeting me that time. Ooh, that was a little close to lava. Now, what makes this boss really horrible is that I don't know. What are you doing? He's a little... We'll continue that thought in a moment. I guess he's already dead. Hey, as it turns out, our sword's pretty good. And look at all these nice things that we just got. Sunlight Metal from Solaire, Homeward Bone, Humanity. Oh boy, we can Homeward Bone, you know, the, like, 300 yards back up that way. And importantly, the Orange Shard Ring. And now that we have our souls, let's get this helmet off. I really need to clean out my inventory. I should have done that between episodes. Hooray. Alright, so, welcome to next key area where we need a ring. Luckily, we only need one at a time, but hey, now we can walk on lava, which means we can go over to this area over here to get an item. Also, all of this lava is just going to slowly wear down our gear, which is just kind of a pain in the butt. Hooray, 2 green Titanite shards. What a prize at this stage of the game. Anyhow, let's do this. So, usually at this part of the game, I turn the brightness way down because this orange glow is an awful lot. I wonder what it's going to look like on VHS. We'll see. We'll get there. Also, I'm heading into the point of no return. In fact, have crossed the point of no return on Solaire. But hey, let's talk about that boss we just fought for half a second. I really like that the quote-unquote tail cut kind of spawns an ad for the boss. So if you are going and trying to do the cut, and then it's just like, oh no, I need to also kill this piece of the boss. Oh no. It's good stuff. Now, At this point, we haven't crossed the point of no return for Solaire. What is important is that you do need to come down here and talk to him in this section here. You have to have this conversation before you kill the Witch of Izalith in order to progress his story forward. Now, if I go further into Izalith, then that will flip the flag for Solaire to have a bad time. And again, my first time, there was no way I was going to figure out all the different moving parts of his story. So we are going to have the bad time where Solaire is sad.
Why? Why? After all this searching, I still cannot find it. Why?
And this is his low moment. This is either his low moment that he falls into, and he finds the sunlight maggot, and at that point he'll take that as his son. And there's the question of whether or not he even goes hollow, because like he's still coherent and talking as he's throwing lightning at you. We'll get there. But first, hey, we got a level. Hey, we have enough faith now that we can go. Oh, we need like 1,000 experience to level. Maybe 2. I cannot read those numbers from here. Time for some quick math. 2, 4, 8, 1, 2. Let's do strength and dexterity, maybe? Yeah. And real quick, let's repair our equipment before we destroy it all by running around in lava. So, anywho, that's the Solaire stuff getting sealed as we head this direction. And as our frame rate drops, because again, there's something about the draw distance or something that's not getting, oh boy, that's a slideshow. There's something that's not optimized there. It's brutal. Boop, 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 boop. Let's go. Lava time. Hey, you know how I said that running across the swamp was real boring, and that's why I did it all off camera? And also it has that horrible, hissing sound the entire time because you're poisoned. Welcome to the lava version of that. You still take damage the entire time, and that crossing that threshold right there, I think that's sealed Solaire's fate. And at least we have a few options for getting around stuff. We have a few items down here that are actually alright. But for the most part, all the items down here in the lava pit just kind of suck. Like, it's just, like, it's some random soul items. I think there's, like, back in that corner, I think there's a divine blessing or two. But overall, it's just really not worth it. And we're surrounded by all these dragon butts that are just really uninteresting to fight. Like, the most interesting thing is that they can injure each other. So, like, that's kind of the strategy. It's just, like, aggro a couple of them at once, wait for them to, spin and damage each other. I don't remember if it's... Okay, this one does have an opening with a chest, and that's just a chest. For a soul of a great hero, I think that's 20,000 souls, which is good. I angered one of the dragon butts. Thanks. Thanks, mate. Anyway, yeah, we're just... The dragon butts don't respawn, thank goodness. So we don't have to deal with that nonsense. Here we go. So once they're dead, they stay dead. It allows you to actually like, go out and explore the entirety of this lava pit. Again, the items are just really, 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 really not worth it. So let's not. Let's just not. We'll take these twin humanities. Who even are you? I can't see your corpse. And like, this isn't even something I'm going to do off camera. I'm just not going to deal with the lava pit, because I did that my first time through, and at some point, you know, I died to the dragon butts, and because I think they're worth like 5,000 souls apiece, they're actually a lot of souls to be gotten out here. Problem is, if you heck something up, then congratulations. You have to now find your bloodstain in this glowing orange light. Also, hooray for an illusionary wall. This one I actually did find my first time through. Wahoo. Now then, is there easy item just hanging out around here? Anywhere? Nah. Also, I don't know if the dragons respect bonfires. Sounds like they bite. Hooray, we finally have a twin humanity, so I can do this. And there's not too much of a reason to kindle this bonfire, but you know what? We're going to, because I think we can even warp back to this bonfire, which is, at this point, quite a boon, because we don't have the Fair Lady bonfire, and, oh boy, not having that bonfire is, it's kind of brutal. It makes it for a real long walk down this direction, and you don't have access to the bridge, and also because we're not doing the Fair Lady stuff and opening that door, oh, etc., etc., we have to go this route into Lost Izalith. And, So, wave bye to the lava pits, probably not for the last time. This is one of those really obnoxious bits of the game where it's like, if I wanted to switch out my ring to something useful because I'm no longer running around on lava, then, yeah. That would just be menuing that I have to do, that I don't want to do, and I don't want to have to do it, you know, every time I have to make this run, and if you've played Dark Souls and you know the Witch of Izalith, you know what's coming up, and it's probably a few death runs here. We'll see how things go. Also, these dudes. If you just completely disrespect them, they can easily sneak up on you, and you just get yourself into a real bad time. Also, I should have brought Remedy with me, now that I'm thinking about it. I didn't do that. Too bad. At least when you're doing death runs, you can generally just run through the entirety of this area. You'll have these little turd demons following you, but they don't give much chase. So as long as you get to a certain point, you're fine. Alright. And then you have these. I think they're Chaos Eaters is what they're called. What a strange enemy. Little suction cups. I think they shoot acid, which breaks gear down. They have a grab attack. They're covered in eyes. They're like... It's a precursor to Bloodborne is what they are. Eyes on the outside instead of the inside. Oh, okay. Well, here's a bit of fun stuff. Of course, my first time, I would have gone right first, because it's like, oh, that looks like the way I'm supposed to go. Clearly, I should go down that way first, and I might have gone over there, but I might have just followed this down, and then at that point, it's getting myself stuck into a little poison pit. Real quick, let's go say hi to this Daughter of Chaos. And also, let's say hi to Kirk again. Kirk, I want a good, clean fight. Bye, Kirk. Alright, well, we picked up something. The Izalith catalyst. No drops from Kirk this time. But I think we got his sword and his shield, so we already have both drops. And now, Kirk's body is over next to the Fair Lady. Which, again, didn't track down my first time through, so... Not gonna have access to that armor set, which is fine. The, fun little bits about the Armor of Thorns. Just kind of following where that staircase goes, which is nowhere. So the Armor of Thorns has this fun bit where it's like, oh, hey, if you roll into enemies or whatever, then you deal damage to them. I always think that's going to be a secret. Well, never is. However, that counts as an attack. So you run into this issue where if you are using a two-handed, like you're two-handing a weapon because you don't have the strength to use it in one hand, if you are wearing any piece of the Armor of Thorns and you roll into something, it counts it as an attack. It checks against your single-handed strength to your weapon, your weapon requirements. And yeah, basically it's like, oh, you don't have enough strength to use this weapon one-handed as you roll into an enemy, and you just bounce off them. Which is a real raw deal. It is an extremely bad time. So yeah, that's just like a little fun tidbit about the Armor of Thorns. Like, it's a little tempting to maybe, you know, quote unquote break the rules and go grab that, just so I can show that little bit off, because it's real obnoxious. if like I've done a few like Dark Souls randomizers, and it's like, oh great, the Armor of Thorns, this is kind of fun, and then I'll get like a giant weapon, and it's like, okay, I've got enough strength to use this in two hands, and then all of a sudden, whenever I roll into something, it's just like, you roll into something and then it bounces, kind of like if you hit a wall, it does that. So it's just like, all right, let me dodge out of the way, bonk, and it's like, oh no, oh no. All right, so this item is a pain, because it's real finicky to land on this ledge. It's real easy to just slip right off, and I guess what I did there of slowly creep forward to hit the point where the slope pushes me forward, and then do not touch the controller at all. Wait until you are done falling, and then if you've landed next to it, grab the item. Don't touch the controller, like, only touch grab, do not touch the stick. And that works. Otherwise, it's just a pain trying to slip down and grab that item without slipping off the branch. So that takes care of the left path, except for, you know, the boss. It takes care of the very right path. Let's go down here. Surely nothing bad will happen down here. Okay, so we've got two choices. We can have sad option A or sad option B. Let's go for sad option B first, because this, I think, will require more effort and Estus if things don't go swimmingly, which is highly possible because, hey, look, it's a Titanite demon. You probably can't see him because it's really blurry. Hooray, VHS and 3 levels of complexity or compression later. So, yeah, it's a Titanite demon. In fact, I'm going to have a drink before I get any closer to him. This guy sucks so much. Because you've got this open-ended bridge that you're fighting him on. He shoots lightning, as always. You've got these little branches to get stuck on. But hey, we made it through that. Everything will be fine now, right? Well, hey, a crystal lizard. It requires a reload, doesn't it?
Finally, I have found it. I have. My very own son. I am the son. I've done it. I have. Yes, I did. I did. Oh. Oh.
There's a good chance I've never heard that entire line of dialogue because it's real easy to press A or kill him before he's done going through all that. Oh yeah, there we go. This is what happens to Slayer. Real unfortunate. He's been such a good bud.
It's dark. So dark.
Dark Souls sure is fun. So it's a whole pile of items here. We get humanity because, you know, he was still human. He had not gone hollow. We get his sword and his shield, both of which say, yeah, there's nothing really special about these. All the power was him. He was a real tough cookie. You get the Sunlight Talisman, which I don't remember how good it is. You get his entire armor set, which all, again, point at, like, yeah, no, there's nothing special about this. It was all him. And did we get the Sunlight Maggot? No, we did not. So I think there's one of these bugs down here is going a little harder than the others. It's that one and maybe it's this one. No, I think it's one of these three in the corner. There we go. The Sunlight Maggot, which it's a hat. You can put a bug on your head. Why would you want to put a bug on your head? Well, as it turns out, hooray, you can have a nice glowy light. Which, this is another solution to the problem presented by the Tomb of the Giants. You now have three options. You can A, learn the light spell from Dusk, which doesn't take a whole lot of intelligence to use, and it's a really easy cast, and it lasts a long time. So that's one solution. You also have the Necromancer Skull Lantern, which you can get to in a playthrough if you do things right, or you can be like me and your first time around miss a necromancer, get the skull lantern, and then because you already have a skull lantern, you don't get one from the last necromancer that dies. And that would take up your shield slot, or you can replace your helmet slot with the sunlight maggot. So if you came here first, then congratulations. You now have a third option for light. And very unfortunately, this door opens from this side, and hooray, we're now on this side of the door in the demon ruins. But hey. Bugs, come here, bug. Bug. There we go. Where is my hat? There we go. So, assuming you did everything right, like, this is where things... Let's talk about Solaire's questline, because it's real easy to junk up. And there's a couple different ways to go about things. What you need to do is talk to him all along the way through your adventures. You need to talk to him over there by the last pillar, or the last bonfire, where he has his doubts. And before you enter Izalith, you need to kill the big sunlight maggot that's worth like 25. I don't remember. He's worth slightly more, and I think he glows red or something. But he sits right here on the other side of the door. So I don't know if there's any weapons that are long enough that you can do like a jump attack through the door and hit him with. There might be. Might even be the whip. Who knows? But what you can do is you can come over here with poison spray and cast that through the door. And that puts a cloud of poison that goes to about here, and that's enough to infect him, and then you just wait for him to slowly die. That's one option for dealing with the sunlight maggot. You can also actually do the thing you're supposed to and find the fair lady and give her 30 humanity, which in this version of the game takes forever because you have to hand each one over individually, and there's like 3 confirmations, and it's a pain in the butt menuing. Thank goodness for the remaster where you can just be like, yes, 30 humanity, go. And you need to kill the sunlight maggot, which if you do by opening this door, you have to be extremely careful, because I don't remember where it's at, but like it's pretty much right at the top of the stairs is the shift over from areas. So we haven't seen it tick over yet. And like if you were coming through this way and you didn't have you haven't already, like, you know, fought Solaire or seen that chunk, you would actually like see him pop in as you get however far in it is. But it's essentially, it's like right at the top of the stairs, so you want to make sure you get that sunlight maggot when it's right down at the base. You don't want to chase all the bugs up here. You definitely do not want to chase the crystal lizard, which will take you across the threshold, and that will cause Solaire to spawn and, you know, flip his flags, and he'll be there suddenly, having a bad time. Alternatively, if you've done things right, and you have gone through, fought the various demons, and got into that bonfire, and talked to Solaire in his low moment, then, if you're coming up these stairs from this direction, then when you get to about here, you would see him pop in down there, sitting around, having a time. Not getting sunlight maggoted, just sitting around with the sunlight maggots going, I don't know what to do. But doing that right, he will then be a possible summon for the final boss of the game. Now, how can you do all of this without having to fork over 30 humanity and open that door, and you don't want to use poison spray or any of those things? How can you get around and walk over here and kill the sunlight maggot without opening the door and without, like, cheesing through the door? What you do is you talk to Solaire up until he gets to Honor Londo. You then do not talk to him in Honor Londo, and he will never move on from Honor Londo. You then work your way all the way down through here, across this bridge, back over here, kill the Sunlight Maggot. Great, everything is fine. Do not kill the Witch of Izalith, because that will junk up the storyline. You then go back to Honor Londo, talk to Solaire. You then go back over there and talk to Solaire at the bonfire where he's like, why? And then you come back over here and he'll be sitting there, not Sunlight Maggoted, because you killed the big one that is the problem. Do I want to try fighting this stupid Titanite demon? Let's go. Let's go away. So as you can see, this one hits real hard. And it's real easy to get stunned. And that sucks. Dang. And that's why you don't fight that Titanite demon unless you're farming for Demon Titanite to upgrade some weapons. But, you know, as long as you aren't using more than one, jeez, it's so hard to see. If you only need to upgrade one boss weapon, or boss soul weapon, then you should have plenty of Demon Titanite without having to farm. But if you do want to use multiple boss soul items, then you are going to need to farm Demon Titanite, and that's your guy. That's the one that respawns and allows you to farm it so you can upgrade all of the weapons, if you so choose. However, he is an absolute pain of a fight. It's a really long walk back to him. There's, like, the best way is to have the Fair Lady bonfire and take the elevator down from the Bell of Awakening and then cross through the Sunlight Maggot times, and then you're back on the bridge. But that's still a really long walk. And of course, that's not even the worst of it. By the way, the Chaos Eaters can drop those red Titanite chunks. Supposedly, I don't know if this is true. I don't think I've ever seen it happen, but supposedly maybe they have a very extremely rare chance to drop a red Titanite slab. Speaking of slabs, we never did get the blue slab from the Crystal Caves, and I'm perfectly fine with that because I didn't want to go across that dang invisible crystal maze. Yeah, it's no fun. It's real easy to fall and die. Okay, so let's try to grab our souls and our humanity. Not that we're going to, you know, be able to do anything with it, because as soon as we go into the Witch of Izalith, we're probably going to have a real bad time. But hey, you know what? Let's try things, because why? I don't know. Oh, there we go. Don't have to worry about our souls anymore. Did the exact same thing. Died in the exact same way. Congratulations, Titanite Demon. You did it again. You jerk. And this is just a preview of things to come, because, hey, we still need to fight the Witch of Izalith, which is... Oh, if you don't know what's coming, boy howdy, we're gonna have a time. If you do know what's coming, still gonna have that same time, but at least you know what's coming. Alright. Well, hopefully future Bryce will remember to cut this out, because this is a little bit of a dull run. But just in case, I'm going to keep talking because, yeah, I'm bad at editing. So, hi, how's it going? Let's get through this. Let's go have ourselves a nice time with our good onion friend. Everything will be great. Everything will be perfect. Nothing bad's going to happen, right? his storyline is going to get perfectly wrapped up with no issues whatsoever, and everybody goes home happy, because that's what happened in Dark Souls. Everybody goes home happy. Yep, sure is what happens in Dark Souls. These are all lies. Okay, so anyway, my first time through the game, I would have gone running off this direction and be like, ooh, a shiny, oh no. Now, if you do it right, you can just stick along that left side and land on the thing, so you can just walk down that branch, and hey, it's an onion knight, way over there. Great. Too bad there's a pit of really awful things below us. Well, let's see. What are our options? We can go down into the pit of awful things. We can drop down into, oh look, it's everybody's favorite color. Just that horrible brown goo that FromSoft really loves to use in these games. So once again, back to the rusted iron ring. I hope you're ready for some hissing, because we're going to get poisoned. Let's switch that out. And we can see a bunch of items, and I can punch the mic, and we can see that there's still... Those dudes are trying to get down to me, but they don't know how, so they're confused. I'm confused. Let's just go this way. Well, that works. Let's just go this way. Oh, so thankfully I do at least have the ring. Unfortunately, I do have to deal with being poisoned, and well, hey, there's a chest, but you can't see the chain, so you would have to hit it to know that it's fine, and well, hey, we have our red Titanite slab. Again, we are in the fire and chaos aspected area, so that all makes sense. Of course, you know, oh, can't go through there. That's not what you want. This is where it gets really easy to screw up the Onion Knight's quest. You need to leave at least one of these Bloodborne wannabes alive, because he needs to make his heroic charge and have his moment as, like, you know, feeling good about himself. Like, at this point, his morale's a little bit low regarding himself, but it's fine. Everything's fine. The frame rate's not fine. Let's not fall down a pit. Anyway, it's real easy to heck this up because... Oh, hey, you made it. Good job. Look at you crossing pits. Bye. Well, that hurt. Yes. So, yeah, it's real easy for all those Chaos Eaters to just fall down the pit. And it's real easy for you to go, oh, hey, there's a bunch of enemies in here. I should probably kill them because, you know what? There's a bunch of shinies. I like shinies. More red Titanite chunks, some Soul of a Brave Warrior. Everything is fine and great and dandy. Another 2 green Titanite shards. Like, why? Why are those the reward for this deep into the game? It's not... It's fine. It's not great. But anyway, you probably end up doing what I did the first time through, which is probably about what I just did there, of like, go try to fight them, have kind of a rough time, realize there's some branches to walk along and get from place to place, and head on over here to get this item, except I probably went up the other way where this branch leads you this direction. They're being generous today. Stairs are not on this side. You gotta get your shinies. Alright, can we cheese this? Probably not. Yeah, it doesn't look like it. Okay, cool. So if we want to get that item, we need to drop down and then go up the stairs over here. Which, it looks like we're going to get blocked, but, well, hey, we're not. So yeah, first time through, I would have gone up this way. I might have fought the Chaos Eaters in the pit first. And then, you know, there's the realizations of, oh hey, there's another thing over here. Let's go up this way and over here. And hey, Onion Bro, let's have a chat. I'm not gonna bother depoisoning yet because actually, you know what, I think we can, because he probably won't drop down.
Oh, there you are. Wait, did you defeat those dire creatures? Outstanding. You never failed to impress. Well, wonderful. This night of Katerina, thanks. Take this as a token of my gratitude. I feel like I'm always thanking you. I curse my own ability. I feel like I curse.
And that's that. That's just the end of the line for Onion Bro. He's sad now. Because he didn't get his chance to, you know, rescue me and, like, return all of the favors that we've been giving him. Nobody really knows what happens after this. Like, does he go off and continue having adventures? Does he end up hollow somewhere? It's unclear. But, now that I'm thinking about it, I might have actually found my way to him before the Chaos Eaters. And then when he charged in, I charged in him after him, and he ended up dying, possibly? Maybe. I don't know. I don't remember. But, hey, cool. He gets to live. He gets to go home happy, right? Or something, maybe? Maybe, just maybe, there's a happy ending in Dark Souls, and that's it. We deny him his adventure, but at least he goes home, you know, not hollowed. Dang. Did I? Nope. This is right. Anyway, up our mess of branches later. Let's go fight a boss. But first, we need to deal with these dorks who are still trying to find their way down to me. Oh, come on. Remember how I said when you start disrespecting them, they can just, you know, catch you off guard? That just about happened. Because there's just a lot of them. And sometimes they stop just short of where your swing reaches. Ah, that'll do. Okay, so nothing we have right now is going to be of any use or help, really. Let's go ahead and throw on some of the fire stuff just because we can. We don't have enough strength for this. We do have enough strength for this. Do I want the stability or do I want the fire resist? I'm going to take the fire resist because it's only 15 stuff. Still got our mid-roll. Let's see if... Probably no way in heck. Yeah, can't get ourselves moving any faster. Let's go for some just raw defense. Alright, so, Witch of Izalith. First time around, yeah, never liked this boss. Nobody ever likes this boss. This boss just does not work, and it's well known, and like the team has admitted, like this entire area is where they just put the least amount of time, and it was, you know, it's a matter of just development is hard, and development takes time, and there's a certain point where you have to make those calls of like, are we going to, like, in order to hit our date, we're going to have to make sacrifices. What can we do to finish this area very quickly? And that is kind of what happened here. Like, there were ideas that just didn't quite work for the Witch of Izalith. There's a lot of copy-pasted enemies in this area. But, like, this is where two NPC storylines meet and where they come to a head, and you fight one of the Chaos Witches, you fight Kirk again. Like, there's a lot in this area that does work. But then you have, you know, the great big field of lava that is meh. It just turns out it's not fun to run through. And then you have the Witch of Izalith, which is just, like, it's just a boss that is not what you want. Like, that's ultimately what it comes down to. And, like, this is about the only place in Dark Souls, my first time through, where I really kind of went meh about, like, the geometry, because you can see just, like, the empty space down there, and you can see the holes, like, the curtain isn't drawn. You can see, like, behind the set, and this is, like, the one area that you can do that. And you can see the boss arena down there on the left of the screen around, like, the entry into the boss arena. And, yeah, it just, it happens. So who's ready to have a bad time? First, we have to do our Tony Hawk section. I don't know how I feel about this run-up. I know I hate this boss, but visually, real dang interesting, really, really impressive. Like, that is a view. I do also really love this music. Like, this is... there's a lot that's super cool here. It's just the boss fight itself sucks. Because we can't attack the Witch of Izalith. We need to break the chains, which involves a really long run all the way over here. And now we've unleashed that spirit of chaos, which is already bad, in a word. And now we get to the part that's nonsense about this boss fight. The floor starts falling out, which, like, visually is cool. However, now we have to deal with just a lot of nonsense with this boss, swinging and swiping, and now we've got this fire stuff going on, and I don't have the stamina to take 2 hits. Maybe I should have gone for... maybe I should have gone for the stability of the Great Shield. Maybe I should have put one of the heavier Great Shields in my right hand. But yeah, since we have all this knockback and pushback and stamina issues, it's now welcome to the Mario portion of the game, where we need to not fall in the pits. Again, a visually stunning boss, and, like, a lot of, like, really, really super neat visuals, and no. We're still alive, hooray! it's like this boss looks super cool, and like there's a lot of thematic stuff that's really interesting, like this whole unbridled spirit of chaos just now completely unchained, and oh man, look at that, it is incredible looking. Now already things have gone way better than they probably should have, like, and this is from, you know, I've played a lot of Dark Souls in the last 9 years. I knew where the pits were. I always go right and then left, so it's like I knew where to find the problems. I knew where to avoid pits. I know, like, generally the attack patterns and, like, the everything that's going to go on here. And, like, I've managed so far to not junk it up. But it's really easy to, like, get, you know, it's really easy to either get pushed down or fall down one of these pits. And then you have to do this almost blind jump and also avoid the swipes at the time, because otherwise that happens. That's the standard experience of doing Witch of Izalith. And, like, first time around, this boss is just pure frustrating because, for one, we need to make sure we re-equip our fire, or our lava walking ring, so that we don't just run into lava and immediately die, and whatever souls we had, if we had any that were worth picking up, we'd be able to grab them again. I just had a thought. This might be a good use case for Magic Shield and those enchantments. How about that? If we fall down a pit again, I might just go ahead and grab it just for, because I'm wondering, like, how much it would help to protect against all of this nonsense. Also, if we had the Pyromancy, Flash Sweat, that's the one. That gives us, you know, fire resistance. Nice little buff. But, well, hey. That's the Witch of Izalith. Alright. And no, I'm not going to cut this run this time because that's really part of the Witch of Izalith experience. Is that a giant... Hey, look, it's a giant one of those little turd demons that breathe fire. Yep, there's one over there too. Neat. All right. So this is the part that really sucked. Jeez. That attack is really unfortunate whenever it happens on your way in, because she can start casting it before you finish getting down to the bottom of the thing. And now we have to deal with the two swipes all at once, and hopefully we can get in fast enough to just run off that ledge and land on this little branch. And now we should hopefully be good. Finding exactly where that branch was, where to jump onto it, how best to jump onto it, and actually hit things. That part of this fight really sucked. So, well, hey, this little chaos bug. That's the bed of chaos. We get our Lord Soul. We get a bonfire down here. We get a big pile of souls. So yeah, that went way, way better than it could have. I was really kind of concerned about this episode turning into just death runs into the Witch of Izalith for a long time. But well, hey, we made it. We wrapped up 2 NPC storylines in not the best way, but we did it. Let's get out of here. Actually, let's go to the Sunlight Altar. We finally have enough faith for it. Yeah, first time Witch of Izalith was just like so many death runs just to get back in there, just to try to figure out where exactly to jump down that pit blindly and hopefully not die. But now that we have enough faith, and this is a fun one, if you're playing online, every time you help somebody, it reduces the faith. Every time you help somebody defeat a boss and succeed, it reduces the faith requirement of praying at the statue by 1. So you can get to this get to this altar without having to upgrade your faith at all. And we finally learn this, most important of gestures, the praise the sun emote. Hooray! We can join the covenant by Princess. And we get lightning spear, and we can offer sunlight medals 1 at a time, very, very slowly, because this is the original Xbox release. Which, honestly, I only have 7. I think you'd need 10 to even get to, like, the next step in the Covenant. But, well, hey, we can now throw lightning. We can also go ahead and get this level up taken care of because, oh boy, we'd have a lot of souls right now. What to point this last point in? It's a little tempting just to get that last little bit of vitality, because this is probably going to be our final level. Ooh, hey, that point of intelligence is worth 3 damage. Let's do it. It's only like 0.5% more damage, but hey, more damage is nice. Anyway. Yeah, that's gonna wrap it for today, and that's our last Lord soul. So we're pretty much good to go into the end of the game. So I guess we've got only 1 more episode of this. Hot dang. What? I guess, I'm gonna do kind of a checklist of like if there's anything else that I want to try to handle before we end the game, but we'll find something to do next time. So let's go into the right menu. Yeah, here we go. Stand correctly. Point at the camera. There we go. Thank you very much for watching. I've been Bryce. This has been VHS Play, and have yourself a lovely evening.